Today, we're going to talk about financial freedom. So first of all, what does financial freedom mean to you? To me, it means doing what you want with who you want for as long as you want. I mean, I stole that from hearing Tony Robbins say that as much as he does, but it's true. I mean, that's the idea behind financial freedom. You know, it's not when people look and see other people and think they've got it all and they can sit back and do nothing. It's not about doing nothing. It's about doing the things you love for as long as you want, as much as you want. You know, whether that be chase a dream passion, you know, chase a new business, chase just working and volunteering all your time, or giving back to your community, donating to some meaningful cause, or just being a part, donating your time to a meaningful cause. You know, all of these things. It is a dirt bike track, buddy. All of these things is how, you know, spending time how you want. That's the financial freedom part of it. So the first thing with this is, how do you create it? So how do you create the money to start, you know, putting money into other things to make that happen? And, you know, I think everyone thinks you have to have a business, or you have to have some ingenious idea, or you have to have a stroke of luck where you were born into money. And by all means, I am not financially free. I am studying it as much as I can because it's a goal of mine that I'm going to achieve as quickly as possible. And I've just learned so much about it, and it's such a cool topic to talk about. But so it doesn't have to be a business. It can be you working on your own, or working for a job and putting away a ton of money on the side. But this creating money, I mean, this is gonna come with delayed gratification. You know, you can't be making money and then buying flat screen TVs for every room in your house. You can't be making money and then remodeling your whole house because you really, really want it to look cool right now, when you need to delay that gratification, you know, for later on, when things are set in place. But yes, it can be a business, it can be a job. You just have to be able to take money and then put it to use somewhere else. So taking your money and just blowing it on a car, or blowing it on this, or blowing it on that, will not create that financial freedom, though. So that's the first thing. You got to have a way to create it. This can be a job, this can be a business, this can be any way that you can earn money, and you need to be able to shovel it to the side to be able to use it for a greater good for yourself, for your family, for everyone around you. Second part of it. So the second part of this is going to be what vehicles to create this. Now, the masses were taught to put money in a 401k, your boss is going to match it, and just shovel it away. Try to find a pension plan, try to find a business with a pension plan, so you can retire and it'll all be good. You know, I think I said this in a video recently, like, pensions are drying up. People with pensions need to be concerned about them, because all of these funds that allow people to get paid are underfunded, and when they go bust, those people with pensions won't have pensions anymore. And then they'll be that person in their later years saying, you know, I'm on a fixed income. You know, they're already on a fixed income by that, then they're on a fixed income because they've got money in a small amount of money in a mutual fund or a 401k that doesn't hardly produce enough money. It's a savings account that is drawing down. You know, you should be shooting to live on the up. You shouldn't be shooting to live on the money that's saved. You should be shooting to live on the interest it's producing. So that's why I don't love 401k. It's like a roller coaster. I mean, everything in the financials is a roller coaster, but what it produces, it can be worth this one day and then it can drop, and you never know how long you're gonna have to wait for it to come back. But these are all ways people have created wealth. I know people put money into life insurance plans. I don't know much about that. I've always studied a ton about real estate. That's personally what I want to do. Single family houses, duplexes, fourplexes, and things like that, because it's a really, really slow moving thing. When the market goes bust, like 2008, and that's probably about to happen again soon, when the market goes bust, people still have to have somewhere to live. You know, it going down can actually drive up the rentals. Now, it might lower the value of all the houses, but they will come back. And while all that's happening, your principal is still getting paid down. So every time your principal is getting paid down, you know, your assets value that you actually, the equity in it is actually increasing all the time, and you have someone else doing that for you. So that's a vehicle that I've really been intrigued by. People put money into gold and other things to store money. I don't know as much about that, but those are all ways to start creating financial freedom. You know, my personal goal is to get enough real estate and to push money to the side and buy real estate to allow it to cash flow and earn money through cash flow. And then as they start getting paid off, you know, like I said, you just build more and more wealth as that goes on. And in a business, you know, you can do this with a business as a vehicle. It's just a really, really risky vehicle. You know, businesses' lifespans aren't usually that long. You know, businesses go up and then they go down and they go up and they crash. So it's just a lot more challenging. I guess it's as far as, you know, how risky you want to be with every cent you've got for the rest of your life. Just putting it in a business is a riskier way to go. Not that that's bad. You can, if you're willing to risk everything and potentially go bust, that's totally up to you. But splitting it off into something else or putting into real estate, you know, something that is a little more sturdy, that can provide more long term, I'm really comfortable with, and that's the way I want to go. And so this whole thing, the last part of this is all to create and live that life you want to live. Do what you want to do, you know, and ideally you're going to produce all this stuff doing something you like to do anyway. You're going to have a good time along the way. You're going to enjoy the ride, and you're going to get to a point where you truly can do what you want when you want for as long as you want, and you just appreciate everything that you get, and you appreciate all that time that you get to put into other people's lives, things you get to make better, time with your kids, your family. It's beautiful, and it's a worthwhile endeavor to go after, because the getting there, and for me, the getting there as quickly as possible, because there's, you know, like my kids, I want to give them a life beyond their belief. I want my wife and kids to have a life beyond their belief. I want to be their superhero. I want to produce for them and make it where we never, ever struggle. And I think that's such a powerful thing to shoot for. That's why I get frustrated when I hear people, you know, I see these videos about people's businesses, you know, lawn and landscape like ours, talking about what mower they're going to get, reviews for this or reviews for that, and on all industries are that way. You know, not that it's bad, but the bigger goal is getting out of a rat race so you can share time with like little hooligans, like a kid like this. I'm looking. What we doing, buddy? You got a big thing of water? Yeah, good job, bud. It's getting to spend time with your kids and do stuff like this, and do it for a long time, and do it in amazing places, and have new adventures. So guys, I ramble a little bit. I always do. These are some of my thoughts. Kick in on this. Give me your comments. What are you doing to further yourself, better yourself, become more wealthy, financially secure the rest of your life, be financially free? Or are you not even thinking about that? Are you too busy just thinking about how do I get to the next day, and you're not giving it the thought it truly deserves to becoming financially free? Because you're guaranteed not to get stuff if you don't have it there in front of you and you're shooting for it. If you're just wandering and hoping maybe someday my life's gonna get better, it's gonna be a long, long life with lots of wandering, and the chances of getting there are very, very slim. Guys, have a great Sunday evening. I hope you enjoy your next week, and I hope you have an amazing, bountiful week of selling some stuff and kicking butt. See you guys. Have a good day.